Broadcasting from somewhere in the Hollywood Hills.
You have arrived. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
We are dance all day, every day, all the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDanceCast or at Desiree Robbins or at Nick Drago. And of course, we have our great website, infinitedancecast.com, where you can find all our interviews. You can find all the food to go segments and all the music picks.
On the show today, dancer turned actor. He is by far one of the nicest and most humble individuals in the business. He's preparing to release the highly anticipated feature film Footloose.
Yeah.
He tackles the lead role of Rin McCormick, and he's Boston's very own Mr. Kenny Wormald.
Oh my gosh, that is thrilling.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And let's just give out his Twitter right away. It's Kenny Wormald, but that has an underscore. So it's Kenny _ Wormald, WORMALD.
And you can check out footloosemovie.com. Check it out. It's coming out October 14th in theaters. It's going to be awesome.
I almost couldn't sleep last night.
Yeah, you know what? You know why I got so excited too is, and I know you're the same way, because he's such a nice guy. Like
nobody deserves it more than he does.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a brilliant dancer.
Except for you and me.
Well,
just kidding.
Yeah, I couldn't play that role, and I think, but no, he's a great dancer. But he's just knowing him through working in the business. He's just really one of those really nice people.
And you know what? Sometimes I feel like, personally, I feel like Michael Corleone. Every time I think I'm out, they pull me back in, you know? In the dance world, Kenny did a good job of taking a risk, stepping outside, and following his dream.
Right, definitely. I can't believe he gets to dance and be in that movie that has some of my favorite hits, like Let's Hear It for the Boys.
Oh, dude! Anytime I used to get mad when I was a kid, I would run around like Kevin Bacon ran around in the warehouse.
I'm thinking, I see it in my head right now. Oh, it's got such great music.
Yeah, Chris Penn was in the original too. He was great.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be a great film. It's going to be great for dance, and it's perfect. You know, coming out in October. It's going to be right there for the holidays.
Oh, it's going to be great. And it's a dance movie, but it's also heavy on the drama or the acting side.
It's got a good story.
Yeah, man. And, you know, Kenny's done all kinds of stuff. He's worked with Madonna. He's worked with Janet Jackson,
He was
Mariah
on You
Carey.
Got Served.
Yeah, he was on You Got Served. He worked with Prince.
He was on J-Lo's Dance Life.
Yeah.
Was that J-Lo's?
Yeah.
Right? That reality show?
Yeah. Done a lot of... Oh, he did Christina Aguilera's Candyman video.
Right.
Yeah, and that was good video.
Well, I mean, it goes on. And Glee, of course.
Oh, yeah, Glee. It's my old Glee buddy.
Glee.
I remember him from back in the days when we did Glee together.
He's just a great guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
We're all very lucky, and we're glad you tuned in today, because this is one you don't want to miss.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So
well, they're not missing it because they're listening.
Well,
it's like if a tree falls in the forest and nobody hears it.
Yeah,
what happens?
You're right.
Like if Chuck Norris roundhouse kicks a tree in the forest. Does anyone hear it? Bar the windows, deadbolt your doors, reinforce your panic room. This man is about to be more popular than pizza, the 1918 Boston Red Sox, and the Pet Rock combined. You've seen him as the lead in Center Stage, Turn It Up. He's appeared in Clerks 2, You've Got Served, Jackass #2. He's been on Glee, The Drew Carey Show. He's worked with Madonna, Mariah Carey, Christina Aguilera, Chris Brown, Nelly Furtado, Prince, Justin Timberlake. He is about to release a huge feature film where he is going to revive the original character of that Kevin Bacon played back in the day.
So I gotta cut loose.
Foot loose.
There you go.
That's my speak talk. Anyways, please welcome to the show, Mr. Kenny Wormald.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? Thank you for having me.
Yeah. That intro is going to cost you.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you don't read the fine print on the waiver.
How are you today?
I am awesome today. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Good.
We're like a little bit in shock.
Oh, God, no.
I know it's huge. Like, you know, this is what I love about Kenny. Kenny's huge.
You're right.
Not like
a huge guy. Like
not
he
like
could,
buff.
He couldn't knock
you're
the door.
You're buff. Pretty good. You can put your
He's
shirt back
looking
on
good,
now,
everyone.
Kenny.
Don't worry.
But you know what the thing is Kenny, is you're so humble. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I said to you the other day, like, you know, he brought it up. He's like, oh, how's the podcast going? Oh, you should be honest.
Well,
he's never going to have
you
time.
even knew about it.
I know.
Everyone knows about it. Come on, guys.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not. but he's here, so we got instant credibility.
Nice.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
You
Street
just
cred.
took us up.
But Kenny, you got some exciting things going on, and I'm glad we caught you before the crazy wave of paparazzi happens.
Right.
But I don't even think you know how good you are. And I'm not just trying to like, hey, let's be friends, because we already
Well,
are.
yeah,
Because
friends.
apparently,
Yeah.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, of course, man. And I think that's one thing that Hollywood's missing is that, a nice, humble guy like yourself.
Yeah. Well, thank you first off, and secondly, I think it's because we come from the dance world, and I've been in LA for 8 years, and I've seen the worst and the best, dancing behind certain artists that are just cuckoo, and then dancing with amazing artists that, appreciate you as a dancer, appreciate everything around them, and I danced for Justin. He was just humble and cool to everyone, catering all the way up to tour management, like, boom, that's how you gotta be. And everyone loves him, and everyone talks so highly of him. That's the only way I would want it to be about myself. So
Sure.
Right.
why be the other guy, you know what I
Sure.
mean?
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
And you know what? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I just have to tell him that I read all these, smut magazines. That's kind of my pastime on the airlines. And Kenny got a blurb.
Oh, you got a blurb?
I'm gonna get him to sign it. How sad is that for me?
Yeah, that's okay.
But it is. It's a nice shot of you in there, and of course, it's announcing your lead role in Footloose, which is so exciting. I kind of got a little scream on the plane, and people kind of looked at me like, "Hey," I'm like, I know him.
You go to footloosemovie.com.
Right.
When's
Check
the
out the
release?
trailer. It comes out October 14th.
October 14th.
But it's funny, my mom was at the airport leaving California, and she was working, and she grabbed Us Weekly, and
Yeah.
I didn't tell her, I didn't know it was out yet, and she saw it, and she's same thing at the airport.
Yeah.
Was like, wow,
That's awesome.
It was
Pretty cool
great.
for Mom,
it
yeah.
must be so exciting.
yeah. I'm super stoked. I can't imagine my parents. I mean, they created me.
Well,
Right.
yeah, they're going to take all the credit.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
rightfully so,
Hey,
right?
they should.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
well deserved.
Well, so you grew up in Boston. You have a Boston tattoo and you have a Boston hat on.
I'm not proud at all.
No.
No.
I would never know that.
Yeah.
Title Town.
But so you grew up and your parents were very supportive growing up, and you studied. Tell us a little about your
Yeah,
background.
my parents were very supportive. I was in T-ball, and aside from T-ball, I was like trying to mimic Michael Jackson dance moves and grabbing my crotch and jumping on the coffee table. So my parents were like, all right, let's, focus this energy into something other than T-ball. So they signed me up for dance class, and
Wow.
just took off from there. I fell in love with it. There were some other guys at the dance studio, which helped me, feel comfortable. And I did tap, ballet, jazz, modern, hip-hop came way later, a little bit of acro.
Wow, that's
A
surprising.
little acro, huh? Did you compete in acro?
I did not. I have one professional dance flip in a Christina Aguilera live performance, and Jerry Slaughter's like, all right, who can flip? And I was like, uh-oh, why did I just put my hand up? And then he puts me in the flip, and I have to do the whole flip, and I was nervous, but that's my only,
Say yes now
acro.
and figure it out later.
Yeah,
you
no
know?
kidding. It worked out, right?
It worked out. I
That's
landed,
awesome.
didn't fall.
Oh.
I had shiny shoes on and everything, but it worked.
Shiny shoes.
So we're in the studio talking to Kenny Wormald. Follow him on Twitter at Kenny_Wormald. That's WORMALD. We pride ourselves on being able to spell here at this show.
Yeah, especially Wormald. That's not your average last name there.
No, it's
They
not.
try to make me change it, but I wouldn't.
But yeah,
Good, you
good. What do they want you to change it to? Bacon?
Kenny Bacon.
Could you
Kenny
imagine?
Who knows, man?
And make sure you get the official Twitter to follow.
Yeah.
Because I did pull it up, and, there's a few of them trying to be him.
There's
Yeah,
a couple randoms, but that's the real one. I think I'm verified now, which
Okay.
I feel cool about being verified on Twitter.
Let me ask you,
Right?
You are. It validates you and verifies your life.
That's bigger than some. Yeah.
did you get somebody to verify you on Twitter? Did you do that yourself?
No, you can't do it yourself. Apparently, I looked into it, didn't work out, but I have a publicist now, which is cool, and they did it.
Oh, nice. Emily,
I
our
love
producer, get me a publicist. Thank you.
ASAP.
So tell us a little bit about the Footloose experience real quick. Awesome.
And
Yeah.
how did it become, how did this happen?
It was an incredible journey from top to bottom, audition to the day we wrapped. Craig Brewer is the director, if you're familiar with his work, Hustle and Flow, Black Snake Moan. He's a true filmmaker, so from the get-go, I felt good about this version of Footloose.
Right.
He rewrote it. He made it cool. He made it hip. He didn't change it from the original because he loved the original. So he kept it cool and close to it, but also with making his, sprinkling his badassness all over the film because his other films are pretty badass, if we can say that.
Absolutely, we
Awesome.
totally can. Okay, we're here with Kenny Wormald. We're going to take a quick break. He's going to stick around.
Yep.
Basically because we've tied him to the couch.
Absolutely.
Not in a weird way.
I'm stuck.
We are Infinite Dance Cast. Check you soon.
As dance teachers, we spend countless hours editing music. Save time with professional audio engineers. Professional music edits for competition start as low as $49. Clean cuts at affordable rates. Give your dancers a leg up on the competition. Email them for a quote. Visit DezWorld.com. That's DEZ World.com for more details.
Dancecast.
Hey, welcome back. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dancecast.
We are dance all day, every day, all the time. Follow us on Twitter at iDancecast or go to our website, infinitedancecast.com.
We're here in the studio with Kenny Wormald. Go to footloosemovie.com. Follow him on Twitter at Kenny_Wormald. He's the man here in the studio. What up?
What up? Glad to be here.
I'm glad he's still here.
Yeah, he didn't want to leave.
We told him on the commercial break that he didn't actually get a free T-shirt and he left. That's how we enticed him to come here.
Right.
Free,
and he was
free
so
swag.
wanting that free T-shirt.
I know, man. It's
I
okay.
do. I'm expecting it now.
I'm excited to hear about the audition process, but also the red carpet stuff coming up. I'm a sucker for that.
She's our regular Joan Rivers.
Yeah.
So if you ever
you look a lot
need-
better than that.
Hey, thanks.
No
I'm
way.
just about to start the Botox, so.
Anyway.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Anyway.
Back to Kenny.
Back to Kenny.
Make it all about us.
That's good. I'm
Go
here.
ahead.
Yeah, no, back to Kenny. Let's talk about that audition.
The audition process was interesting. I went in for the first one, just a regular casting with the casting director, and it went well. Then I got brought back in a couple more times, and then eventually got to dance for them, which I think was a big help. You know,
Yeah.
it was mostly actors up for the role, and I knew the dancing part would be cool, so I was in with my acting coaches heavy twice a day, making sure that I,
You
know,
were against some heavy hitters as actors.
yeah, there was some guys attached to the film before me that were definitely some big names, and
Right.
then once they shifted the movie into Craig Brewer's version, they were up for a new guy, and they wanted to find a new
They
guy.
needed somebody that actually could dance.
Well, I mean, dance, and also I think staying true to the original, they had an unknown actor,
Right.
and Kevin Bacon play
That's
the role.
so
So now,
cool.
you know, if it makes it maybe a little gimmicky if you have a big name, and some people will be like, why are you making Footloose, blah, blah, blah. So I think to stay true to the original and find a no-name, or an unknown, as they say, I think is cool.
Yeah, I think
And,
that's the best choice.
Yeah, because Footloose is Footloose, you know? I don't think you
yeah.
need that.
And if you haven't seen Kenny dance, he is quite extraordinary. So it's nice as dancers to have somebody come out in a film
Right.
that actually you know, oh my gosh, no, he's an amazing dancer.
Yeah.
It's a great representation for all of us because sometimes you
Yeah.
get those dancers in those films and you're like, ooh,
Yeah,
Where's
yeah.
beautiful person, great, you know.
And you know,
Yeah.
it's nice to know. Also, obviously, you're the lead in the film, so you're working hard on the acting side too. Because a lot of times these dance movies, let's be for real, sometimes it's all about the dance. That's all they care about.
Yeah.
But from what it sounds like, they were real
This
focused
is
on the
definitely
character.
a drama with dancing. You know, it's
Wow.
a full-on movie, and the dancing is almost secondary. And I say that with respect because there's some full-on acting, and I got a chance to act with, you know, Dennis Quaid and
Wow,
and some
love it.
great supporting cast around me. So it really stepped my game up as
Did they
an
teach
actor.
you? Did they teach you on set, like
Well,
Dennis Quaid? And,
when you're working with a great actor like that, and Miles Teller's in it, he was in Rabbit Hole, which was nominated for some stuff, and he's a great young actor. And when you're on screen with these people, you're not acting. You're just feeling, and you're just going off of what they're doing,
Sure.
and it doesn't feel forced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you do learn a lot from just being around great performers like that.
Wow.
Sure.
Now,
That
were you ever in a scene and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in a scene with Dennis Quaid? I mean, he's a great actor. And did it ever take you out and you're like, oh, I gotta get back in?
No. Luckily, we met before and we had table reads, so that's when you do that. You're like, oh, Dennis Quaid, hey. all
Hey,
right.
no, I feel fine. I'm cool.
Yeah, this is cool. So yeah, we had time to prep a little bit before, but yeah, I mean, it was pretty amazing, and I'm honored that I got to work with some people.
How